Welcome back to Indiana's most energy efficient home. In this video I will discuss the process and the design of the solar photovoltaic system. As you will see, if you want to power your house in climate zone 5 with solar, you must design for the winter. Once you've done this, spring, summer, and fall will be very easy. So for the solar production design, what I did is I started out with a 10 kilowatt solar photovoltaic system, which is 40 solar panels. And step number one would be to take that information along with my location using the zip code and go to this website called PVWatt, where you can do some calculations of how much power will be produced by month. So for a 10 kW system in northern Indiana, in July you'll see the production is 1,500 kilowatt hours for the month of July. But when you look at the winter, January it's 750 kilowatt hours, and December is about the same. So if you want to run your house and your electric car on solar year-round, you're going to have to design for the winter months. And what I decided to do was to have a goal of powering the house and the electric car with 600 kilowatt hours per month, just to give myself a little margin from the estimated from the PVWatt website. So I ended up going with, these are the solar panels, like there's 2 rows of solar panels, 20 in this row, and there's 20 in this row of panels. The 45-degree angle accomplishes 2 things. One, that is the very close to the optimal angle to get the maximum solar production for the winter months. And you can imagine if this is reduced down lower and lower, I would get higher production. This would even be higher in the summer months, but then this would even be lower in the winter. So I'm giving up solar production, but I have more than I need anyways to optimize my winter production with this angle. And of course, the other thing this provides, as you saw in the opening video, is it makes it quite easy to clean off the snow from the panels. We do get quite a bit of snow here from not only system snow, but from lake effect snow. And the house is a single-story house. One of the reasons for not going 2-story is I wanted to be able to clean off the snow from the panels without having to climb up on ladders or scaffolding, that sort of thing. Now, the month of January, of course, you're not going to be getting an even 25 kilowatt hours of production per day, which is about, if you take 30 times 25, that would be, I think, around 750 kilowatt hours for the month. So it'd be nice if it was a straight 25 kilowatt hours per day, but it isn't because of cloudy days. So on one day, maybe January the 1st, you're going to be producing 50 kilowatt hours. The next day you're producing close to 25 kilowatt hours, which is the goal. But then all of a sudden here you have a third day because of clouds. Maybe you're only producing 5 kilowatt hours. And then you're up again, down, up, and then maybe you have 3 days of cloudy days in a row, and then back up again. So it's really this up and down is what you really get. So in order to make this whole thing work, of course, you're going to need to be able to store the energy. One is for nighttime. You need to store energy to use at night, but also for the cloudy days. And as an example, this is extra production. You're right on production, what you need here. So this extra, you want to store it so that when this cloudy day comes along and you're only producing 5 kilowatt hours of energy, you can move this down here, so now it fills this in. And the same with this extra capacity. you want to take this extra capacity and move it down to help out with these days where you have possibly 3 days in a row of cloudy days. Now a standard home would be using not 600 kilowatt hours per month. It would be using something more like 3,000 to 4,000 kilowatt hours per month. So a standard home would require 200, possibly 300 solar panels if you wanted to run the house on solar year-round. And of course the battery system you would need would be very, very large, and that whole system would be quite expensive. So in order to meet this goal, I will need a very energy efficient house. Design technique that I chose to go with is called passive house, and I wanted to even exceed the passive house requirements. In the next video we'll go into starting to learn more about the passive house design and how that will help get your energy load down from a standard home of maybe 3,500 kilowatt hours a day, a month, down to close to 600 kilowatt hours.